Awesome. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you guys too, Jeffrey. I hope you have plenty of good food to eat. Oh, shit. They made this way more cramped than it used to be. Damn it. There is little access. Because they moved the damn exhaust. It goes out this side instead of, or this side instead of this side. Well, that sucks. Although I can take a really long extension and get to it. At least crack it loose. I don't know if that I can't do because I need a deep well, and the deep well is sitting on top of the fucking car. Of course it is. No, I'm stealing your deep well 12 or 14 because I left mine up top.
You agree?
Yeah.
Second throw down.
Hey. I'm stealing Noah's. Did you just get all impact sockets?
It's whatever I got in my Mac for the stuff from school.
Ah.
I'm not sure if it's just anodized or... But they haven't cracked yet, so...
Ah, good lord. And I don't even know if that broke loose or just broke the socket. Something came loose. That's all that matters. What worked? Did you just click on the link, Waukesha? And I assume it got the link and stuff. Did chat does? I hope chat doesn't disable the minute I turn off the stream. I assume because I could type in it that it was still working. So that's why whenever I restart the YouTube stream, I always spam the link. All right, so we had to use a really long extension to get down here, to get to this bolt, because from below, there's like no access that there used to be on. Ah, Subarus, that thing is really hot. I hadn't taken out the top bolt yet. Thing's just a little tight the whole way out. At least the starter's pretty easy to get to. But the bolt's not easy to turn, that's for sure. Oh, buddy. Ow, 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 ow. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot, hot. All right, you're pretty stuck, yo. Everything's a hammer. Either that or I missed the bolt. All of which are possible. I don't think it's wrong though. I think it's just stuck. Yes, Jeffrey, the dogs are family members. And so are the meow meows. I must be missing a bolt somewhere. That's the stud down there, and that's disconnected. The bolt's out the top. I can't imagine there's another bolt somewhere. What is that? Oh, it's just the carpet stuff. Let me get my mirror. Woo! Let me break my mirror. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, that bolt's off. That bolt's off. No other bolts. Yep, we're just gonna have to whack it. Whack it long, whack it hard. We will have to whack it firmly. With some sort of whacking apparatus. Like a hammer and a pry bar. Yep. Just needed a few more whacks. So, let's grab our mirror again. Let's check the ring gear. Make sure that that is intact after I make sure to grab my flashlight. And that it's not popping out and just not hitting anything. No, the gear looks intact. Yep. I see teeth. What? Oh. You guys see that? Yeah, there you go. You guys can look in the mirror and see the teeth. See the teeth? So we can see that the teeth are intact. It's just the starter's not shooting out and hitting it. So that does do good things. One, it means that there's teeth there, so there's nothing wrong with, any, it's not sheared off teeth. And two, we just need a starter. Now we got to find a starter. The boss already tried looking up the starter and has had no luck. He said they don't have anything nearby, much less he hadn't been able to find any starters. So I got to get him the part number off the current one. And if you want to see what, this thing's super hot. Pretty rusty. It's got some corrosion and rust on it. So what it's doing is it's spinning in here instead of coming out and spinning and hitting the starter. It did it once for me, but that's intact. It's probably just corroded out. It's just seen better days, that's for sure. So, we'll now go acquire a part and put it in, and it'll work. Because this is what was making that zzz noise. So, make it a nice quick video. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let me go up front and give him the part number. Cool. Well, that's that. Still trying to find a starter. I might have to put this one back in and just play with it until it works. And then take it out again later. Don't know yet. If we can't get a starter, then what do? We have to move the car. But one thing that does have to happen is I have to use the restroom. So give me just 1 minute. Hurt yourself? Yeah, I'm waiting. Somebody's in the restroom, but I did wash up, so. Questions, concerns, comments? Don't forget to smash that like button over there on the YouTubes if you haven't been over there today. Questions? Why, hello, Kami. How are you? I mean, if I play with the starter enough, it'd probably just freaking work. Yeah, I can bench test it. Let me wait till we get till I can hit the restroom, and then we'll play with the starter while we sit around here and do nothing. Also, it's pretty hot right now. Whoa! Holy poop. Well, that vid's taken off now. Hooray! I guess I should make one for YouTube too, eh? I should start a series on YouTube, or yeah, I'll do that. I need to start a series on YouTube that's just this blown up crap. We just kind of talk about it for a minute, show you the damage, and then on to the next blown up thing. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's all destroyed and blah, blah, blah. Neat. Next destroyed thing. 2018, should it be under warranty? No. It's probably passed on mileage. Yeah, we'll record this and make it a YouTube-y body type thing. Cracked transmission, no problem. You getting it? You gotta use what? Won't give you enough blast.
Are you going?
Yep.
See, I couldn't get the holes and that'll work.
Is there an outside and inside on these?
I'm pretty honestly, yeah.
Well, that's all you know. But yeah, if you just hold it up enough to where it's you don't have to like seal it at the top, you just want to get it touching. And that little air tank will blow out air for a little while. Because when I heard you blast it, it was kind of like, psst. It was a little short blast, but feel free to lay on it. I don't know that I mind this little car. I would buy this 5-speed. Shit. Simple little car. All right. Well, welcome to this edition of Destroyed Crap. This is a 20... I didn't have the info. Let me do this properly. All right. On this edition of Destroyed Crap, we have a 2013 Kia Soul 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. It went for... The story is that they were driving it. The adult was driving it that knows how to drive a stick, got into a panic stop situation, and downshifted and might have missed a gear. Either way, the clutch literally exploded and blew out the bell housing. I don't know if they're... Oh my God. Look at that. I didn't even see that. It blew a chunk out of the front. Holy shit. That is awful. Anything else? I didn't see that one the first time. I don't think anything's destroyed in the gearbox side. I can't see that well back here. But it definitely has a bit of an issue. So, yeesh. That was good. So, there you go. That's this car. On to the next one. Yeah, it is. I didn't see that giant hole at the top. I mean, what this is now is it's now a see-through transmission. We'll put in some, yeah. I can imagine what it did to the ground. And all that chunk of stuff is laying out there somewhere. Oh, it towed in. We had to push it inside. It won't drive. It'll run, it just won't go anywhere. This one is almost to the point that when we get the replacement, if they want to repair it, I'd want to take this transmission apart and see what it did to the internals, you know? I'm not sure what you mean, Jeffrey. Tell K-Dog that you're having Thanksgiving? So yeah, that is a heck of a damage. Heck of a damage. And JB Weld has been suggested several times. I think the bathroom is free. Hold on. I might have to hold my breath. No. Sad boys. Sad boys. I don't mind this Kia though. Starter's easy access. The AC compressor's real easy right there. The thermostat's real easy. Axles are easy. The exhaust is easy. I mean, dropping this whole motor would probably take about an hour. Suspension's real simple. It's not multi-linked. It's just a control arm, a strut, a strut. And it's a real simple car. Basic exhaust, torsion bar rear end, calipers, no parking brake shoes that I can tell. Maybe. Yep, yeah, it's got parking brake shoes, which is fine. That's even easier because then I don't have to deal with the parking brake on the caliper. Yeah, I drive the hell out of this thing. Obviously, I wouldn't downshift, ever. So, I have no complaints. What happens when the AC system has too much pressure? Does a hose just explode? No, there's vent valves or pressure relief valves that exist on AC systems. I mean, it could blow up a hose if somehow that has failed or maybe it's in a different spot, but there is pressure relief valves that will blow and they will release the pressure before it explodes. There's also tons of other safety criteria, if you will. I've never seen an AC system explode, like actually explode. I mean, when I say, hey, this compressor exploded, I mean like the internals came apart and it's all, torn up inside, like somebody tossed a tiny grenade inside of it and it went. and destroyed everything. Not literally like the compressor exploded off of the car. It'll shut off the compressor. It'll just shut any, there's pressure switches in the system. And so if it reaches a certain pressure, it'll just shut off the compressor and it won't do anything. The only way I could see it even triggering the pressure relief valve would be if the compressor got stuck on and was running all the time and there was a restriction somewhere. It would take a lot of consecutive failures to make it actually explode. It would have to get stuck on, not shut off when the pressure gets too high, and then it would have to have a failure of the pressure relief valve, and then the next weakest thing is going to blow apart and vent all the refrigerant. So probably a rubber line somewhere, swell up like a balloon, and then so yeah, we get enough cars in here that are destroyed. I think if I made YouTube videos just about the things that are broken, like, yep, that's broke. Yep, look at that. Oh, look at that. Watch there be nobody in the bathroom and somebody just shut the door. It's still up front. Hey, Noah, quick, come look. There's more damage than I saw the first time. You have to watch on the screen because you can't see it from down there. So you see that, and then you see the giant window.
Oh my god.
Like it blew it out.
That must have been the aftermath on the bottom.
I guess that seems like it might have been the initial explosion popped that off.
Yeah.
And then it dragged it around here into the next weakest spot, which was down here, and broke that. It is a hell of a damage. I will admit, I was not expecting that when I went to look. Hold on. Yep. Much better. Ooh, what are you talking to, Ed? Are you gonna send me one, Dave? You're gonna send me one, right?
Hey, John, you just come in and give me one. I already got it.
Oh, you can do it. Let me try it once. Without the Jenny.
It's not. It's got big.
That one's pretty.
Yeah.
That one's pretty,
It started to, but
do you want me to do it or you want to do it?
I don't know. Do you want to do it? You just hit it and then.
I'll hit it.
Alright. That'll work. Either way. Actually, kind of sketchy. But
Oh, there was no air hooked up. Ooh, that didn't work at all. My earballs. Give me that airline back.
it's right there.
No, I mean that airline.
Oh, you want that one?
Yeah.
Try it again.
Also take the core out.
That might make it easy. There's just such a big gap. I couldn't even get it
To kind of close.
done. I got it to catch one time, but didn't want to work.
Stupid generals. Grab that side. Lift up on it real hard. And like try and do that. Now let it down some. Yeah, right there. Ah, crap.
Oh.
Boo.
Jimmy again.
Yep. This one's gonna be interesting. Charger up. Tire doesn't want to mount because it's too narrow. It's been sitting at the bottom of a pile for a while, and so it's flattened. And it's got a really wide truck tire to seat against. And now we gotta come over here and blast it with the Jenny. All right. And so you probably want to stand just close to this. Let it sit on the bottom so that way the air goes into the tire. Go ahead and start hitting it. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Come on, man. Don't tell me you vape, bro. Hey, weird girl. Sup, lady? What are you guys doing for work now? Well, I was talking to weird girl. But I'm curious to know what everybody else does. So you guys are living off of savings? Holy What do you do in that kind of iron work? Like, do you weld it or? HVAC, nice. Okay. Well, good luck, weird girl. Are they going to pay you a living wage out there in California? $6 million an hour? Man, it sucks. If I was making the money I'm making today 30 years ago, I'd be doing great. Great. Yep, 6 figures is still poverty in California. Or as my youngest son says when he had a sip of the hot chocolate that they had somewhere where he said, "Oh, this tastes like poverty." And so I commented to him, I was like, so everything you eat that we eat? Not yet. They're talking it over, I guess. I have no idea what Canadian to US currency exchange. That one, yes. Yeah, it does depend on where you live. If you live really out in the country, then what I would be making is pretty good. But I live near the city. And I don't know what the Canadian... There's always Google. It will tell you. Let's see. $1.27 for $1.27 for a Canadian dollar. The United States dollar is $1, Canadian dollar is $1.27. So 38 would be close to $50. It to be 39. I can just put 50. So 50 Canadian is damn close to $40 US. So if I was in Canada, I'd be making $22 an hour at the exact same rate that I'm doing, or 22 Canadian an hour. It's got the calculator right here. That's what I'm dickering around with. It's cheaper to get the transmission. The whole job, this one I do know the price of. The whole job for this is like $2,038 for a new transmission, new clutch, and all the labor to go with it. New. Used transmission. Junkyard transmission. But there's nothing, as long as there's nothing wrong with the gearbox, then in South Carolina. South Carolina. Like everything where it involves certifications and things like that, there's good and bad problems with it. It can get frustrating. You all right over there? Yep. Oh, it's so close.
I know.
Well, don't push it down. Pull it up, because it blows air from the bottom. So what you do is you pull up on it. Now you step on it. I'll charge her up. Now you push down on it. On your mark, get set, go.
Perfect. Go back up.
What?
Fill it back up.
No, wait till he's actually getting the tire on. Because we don't want to leave it there charged if it is. Or if it goes on. Or you just blow something around the shop. I guess that would be kind of fun. Let's put... What do you... Blew air at you? Let's play a game. Just put a couple oil bottles on the ground. We're gonna blow some oil bottles with Jenny and see what happens.
You like if our air guns had 150 psi shooting out of them. It'd be so fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, except this coming out of a big old tip. What is your prediction, Jason? Do they hit the door?
No.
No? How far do we stand back from it? No, no, no. They're empty. They're hitting the door. Record. We are bored. So we got the Jenny and one oil bottle to the side, one oil bottle directly in front, and let's see if we can't pull up paint off the ground. 1, 2. That was way better than I thought it was going to be. Oh my God, that was great. Oh God, I gotta go see that from the YouTube side. Jason's thinking about everything he can blow up. Oh yeah, he can. That was a full tank too. I gotta watch this. Oh, that was good. I should have shown the camera up more, but it shot both of them into the door.
Yeah.
That one I wasn't expecting.
That was kind of
If we had those things full of things, we'd have a dent in the door. Oh Jesus Christ! You're gonna put bolts in it? We're gonna have holes in the door.
immediately when I saw that, I was like, if you put a whole bunch of marbles in there.
I mean, at this point, it's just a potato cannon with 150 psi behind it.
Yeah.
We could just stuff a potato in and fire it into the next county. I bet you it'll knock that trash can over.
I've seen that. I don't know. Yeah. I guess.
Probably. Then we'd have to clean up all that mess.
I thought the bottle would just like scrape on the ground.
You thought the bottle would just scrape on the ground and then slide against the door?
Fucking. Like it would have gone way past the door. The door was
Oh yeah, if the door was open, it'd be in the fence. I don't know what was better, me doing that or the reaction I had afterwards. It's kind of like when you're watching Mythbusters and you hear Jamie and Adam and then you hear Adam just cackling away after they do something silly. That was fun. No, that's good. Oh God, that's so good. How much pressure should be on the low pressure side AC versus the high side pressure when running? About 30, between 20 and 40 on the low side, and on the high side between 100 and, it's cold right now, so it's going to be lower than normal, than it would be in the summer, unless you're in Australia. But yeah, somebody go post that on Reddit. There was, what was I going to say? Oh, the high side should be 150 plus. It should be like under 300 though. If it's getting up to 300, then it's getting too high. But 150 to 250 is kind of within the realm of tolerance depending on what kind of car you have. Most of them sit between 150 and 200. How many cans of brake cleaners do I have at home? None. Not a one. Oh, you didn't need Jenny that time, did you? That tire wasn't sitting at the bottom of the pile for a long time and being flattened.
No, it was flat.
Oh.
I just don't know how it went on, honestly.
Hey, take the luck where you get it.
Yeah, just didn't see it.
You know, I always wonder if we leave this valve open on this little Jenny here. We've never opened up to see what's inside of it. I wonder if there's any animals or anything that's crawled in there and then we've pressurized it. I assume that would crush them.
I mean, if it's 150 psi, I assume so.
They would just, it would be like getting rolled over.
Yeah.
Except from all sides at the same time. And I assume if we did that and there was something in there, its chunks would blow out. Now I want to put something in there. Jason's like, I really want to put something in it now.
Like, take it out to that field over there and get something that's kind of heavy and shoot it straight in there.
We would have no idea where it would go. We need to fire it into the forest.
My friends used to do, me and my friends used to figure shit out. Like
I can see the wheels turning.
marbles and a paintball gun,
Marbles in a paintball gun? That sounds painful.
and then we'd freeze them and put them in a paintball gun and explode.
That could be its own YouTube channel, just shit we can do with the Jenny.
There is a YouTube channel of like these guys who like, they go up on this fucking like, this fire watch shower.
Drop stuff.
All sorts of stuff, dude.
What could we put in there that wouldn't be too dangerous for us?
Bow and arrows. I mean,
Just load up the end with a bunch of arrows.
I mean, if
Which lift? This one or the one, these two posters?
you put something like
If you
this,
put something like that in there, you're going to
It'll
shoot
go
it out
through the
faster than, yeah, it's going to go through the door and through whatever's behind it and probably through the next thing. If you put in a bolt that's this heavy, and you shoot that thing that way, it's going to go through that door, easy peasy. Holy, I mean, if you're just going to go nuts, then... I mean, if you're just going to go nuts, just put the damn 5-pound sledge in the end of it. That one I would want to stand very far back, have it mounted down, and use a string to fire it so I can do it from a distance behind a tree. Because I don't know if it's I don't see why it would make the tank explode because it wouldn't back pressure it that much. The two-poster, 3,500. The lifts. They're like maybe $5,000 on the high end. And that's usually installed if you have a place to put it. They're not terribly expensive. But it's a really quick way of cleaning your floor. No, they're not that expensive. If you think about it, it's 2 hydraulic rams and steel. Like, it's the precision machining is going to be in the hydraulic rams and maybe on the connectors of the lift arms, but other than that, it's basically just big chunks of steel. And the hydraulic rams probably fit all sorts of stuff, like backhoes and excavators, things like that. Yeah, getting them evened out and balanced and stuff would be interesting. I mean, this, for what it is, for $5,000 for a lift installed is really cheap. If you worked on your own car, you'd pay for that in a couple years. And then if you used it to make money, you'd pay it off even faster. The investment. I think that every house should come with a lift for their automobile. Generally, they're okay. They could be worse. Damn. That video's already got 3,600 likes on it, 3,700. The TikTok one. Cars, Toyota Camry, SUVs, Toyota Highlander. Toyota in general, yes. Did I record that nonsense? I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Record. We are
Oh,
bored.
yeah.
So we got
That is funny. Oh, thank you. It's what my boss got us for Christmas gifts last year. He got everyone one with something on it. Jason says, "This is my happy face." Dave says, "I'd rather be at Jones Foot Massage and Barbecue." Or barbecue. Jones's Barbecue and Foot Massage. I don't know what Eric says. It's a piece of car. Missy says, "I am HR." She is HR, because she is the HR department. It's funny when they're getting very, what's the word, non-HR up front. Missy will be like, "Gentlemen," and she'll put on her glasses and she'll be like, "I'm gonna have to call HR about this." No, I just shave it. I gotta trim it this evening. Take my little razor and zzz. I'm just trying to keep it mohawked. No, I have very fluffy hair. Well, not fluffy, but I have plenty of hair. But I like it this way. No, it's just a $9 like face razor that I found at the discount store, and I was like, this might work. But it works fine. Just spend 10 minutes rubbing my head. Correct. Mostly, yeah. I mean, I go to the haircut place and get them to trim this and then shave my head sometimes. But now that I got that, I can do that until this gets unruly long that I can just go there and be like, cut this and shave this again. No, there's no gel. This is just what my hair does. This is what it looks like when I wake up. The only difference is back here I sometimes have to like pull that up because I'll lay on the back of my head when I'm sleeping. But I either lay on my sides or my back, so the top always stays pushed up. But no, I mean, if I get out of the shower and just do that with my hair, it'll stay up like this. Because there's no gel in it currently. I mean, if Noah shaved his head, he'd probably do the same damn thing. He's got really thick, bushy hair. I guess. Just the way your hair is trained, too. What I mean by trained hair is like if you always slick your hair back and then one day you wash it and don't slick it back, but after it's wet, you just slick it back and then you let it dry, it'll stay kind of backwards. Can I grow it larger? I don't know. Can I? Hold on. Time to review an old video. I don't know. Can I grow it out? Unfortunately, this is a terrible perspective. Nah. There we go. That's a better perspective. Yep. Then I decided I want to be a rooster. One of them, they're posers. Posers of what? I mean, I don't care if you think it's fake hair. That doesn't affect me in the slightest. Did it touch the post? Because if you drop a ratchet on top of your starter and it touched this wire here is your alternator return voltage to the battery. It's a direct connection to the battery from that. So if it touched that, then yes, that would make that would ground it to the case. Oh, I know. I was talking to... Oh, yeah, you, Ed. Yeah, it could be Yondu. That's his name. My brother used to start his Fuego that way. He would have to touch the starter with the battery connector. That would be the main concern. The car started up again, but will the battery keep on charging? If it's charging in the first place, should be fine. or if it's still charging. What you shorted was the battery to the ground, so the rectifier bridge inside the alternator should be all right. I think. Oh, what was the electric start? Was there a TLDR of it? What? You talking about the dude from Star Trek that got run over by his Jeep? Or pinned against the wall after it ran into him? Data plan bypassing the software and just uses Wi-Fi instead of buying a data plan without voiding the warranty? Who needs a data plan to start their car? Oh, wow. Well, you can check it before you do that. Magnetic. Just take your multimeter and run the car and see if it's putting out 13.5 to 14 volts to the battery. If it is, then it's charging. If it's not, then it depends on what kind of car. If it's something like it depends on if it has a voltage regulator, basically. Some cars, they have voltage regulators that if they don't, or load detection regulators, whatever, and they'll basically turn the alternator off if it doesn't need to charge the battery, and then when it does, it'll turn it back on, and it'll vary it to where it doesn't sit there and just keep pumping energy to the battery. Did it look something like this? Look like any of those? Mm-hmm. I may have shorted a few things in my career. Man, I'm gonna go find out what else there is to do, or if we're getting a starter for this thing ever. It's true, Jedi Last. I do have trained gnomes that comb my hair when I sleep. Although my youngest son also does like to do hairstyling, so I'll be sitting at my desk and he'll come up behind me and be like, boop, boop, and then he'll be like, ooh, hold on, and he'll go get a comb and he'll sit there with he'll go get the comb wet and he'll start brushing it and brushing it. He has the same mohawk. His goes all the way back though. I got to shave the rest of his head though. I'm confused as to what you're trying to do. You're trying to connect a remote start? Because that's nuts. Yeah, it's just that damn tickle in my throat. That one was, I had the battery connected while I was trying to tighten the positive post, and I touched the body of the car, and it obviously arced. Let me go see what's up front. that is very important. So, like, it's a holy shit. There's even bigger up there. It's about that big blue on that.
Has that jammed anything about that though?
I don't think so. Like the engine was okay, because I started it.
Yeah.
They put it while I drove while I steered.
Yeah.
Because I wanted power steering while I
It
was
sounded
driving.
horrible.
Oh yeah, it vibrates a lot, which I'm assuming is mostly the fact that the flywheel is all off balance now,
Right.
and so it's shaking everything really crazy.
I was just trying to get into Iowa. Here's my car.
Oh,
I'm gonna fix his. I'm gonna swap
at some point.
at some point. I got time off coming in December, so there goes my
That's
big.
what you want to do.
Huh? Yeah. Well, the problem is I like sticks.
What?
I like sticks.
Yeah.
I prefer a stick,
Yeah.
but not one that doesn't work.
Right. I tell you, you need the carpet or whatever it is out of the trunk.
Yeah, well, it's his bedding actually.
Ah. If you want to pull your car back here, we can just load it up.
Okay. I'll bring it around.
Pull right up here. Stop it over.
No problem.
That's the owner of the vehicle. They're coming to empty, get some stuff out. Am I on the right Wi-Fi? Or is it just Twitch being stupid today? Yeah, I'm on the right Wi-Fi. So who went and posted that on Reddit? Go look there on the TikTok. The first video is the one I just uploaded earlier today, like lunchtime. And it's got it shows you what exploded.
Driving my car.
Yeah, we can drop this one over here. Should be. Is it that button? Yep, that button.
Either one will work.
This way, another person can sit back there if they need to.
I don't know. Just me and my son. Katie went with help him get his apartment set up.
Ah,
If you're gonna just raise that back up again, I'm gonna take a picture of that.
sure.
You guys at work will appreciate it, I'm sure.
Like, I just want, like, what exactly happened when it occurred?
We just heard a crack and then smoke. So he just went whoop.
I don't know what the smoke part is, though.
It smelled like burnt rubber.
Might just be the clutch material.
That was my guess when I got there. 'Cause I could still smell it.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, what did you do to this thing? I couldn't say that, of course, because that would have been bad. Holy shit.
Look what you did, lady.
No, you don't say that to your wife. Nope. She's already stressed enough as it is. Holy shit. All right.
Although, when Ken was talking to her,
Yeah.
she said that she was trying to downshift during a panic stop, which I would just say, you don't downshift, you just pop it out of
Well,
gear and step on the brake.
That's what she was supposedly doing. But it's not like she said they were in stop and go, so it's not like she could have been going that fast.
Oh,
But yeah, wow.
I mean, that thing, for the flywheel to explode like that, I assume it had to be spinning real quick. I was thinking like, maybe they were going down the interstate at normal speed and then tried
They
to
swerved
stomp
in
on it
or
and
something? I don't know.
stomp on the brake and the gas and then tried to downshift and tried to jam it in first, and the synchronizers made the clutch
I don't
spin up
think
real
so.
high and said, I can't do that, sorry.
Well, she's an experienced friggin' stick driver, so I don't know.
It could have just been a fault in the flywheel too.
Yeah.
Might have been
It's
something
hard.
wrong with
You
it.
normally see it. So
You can't, you don't usually check it or anything. You don't
Yeah.
pull off a cover and be like, oh, the flywheel looks fine.
Yeah. I'm going with that for the cause.
Yep.
For the record.
You didn't do it, honey. It was just, it was a mechanical failure.
It broke.
It broke. That's all right.
Thanks, appreciate it.
No problem. That's what the clutch said. Up, up, and away. You want to see the hole it put in it? Oh, it totally. We need a whole transmission. See, this is the hole it ripped in it. And then up here, there's a much bigger window where it blew it apart. But I don't see that it damaged anything else, which is a damn miracle, honestly. Because if it blew this part up like that, I'd expect damage on the radiator or whatever. Ooh, there's a little something right there, but I don't see any. There was no coolant on the ground. I got a spider web on me. But yeah, it took this thing out. Definitely took it out. And you can tell it was internal because it blew it outwards. So, I mean, the best part though is it's like $2,000 to fix it with a new used entire gearbox. Because I think the gearbox itself was like $450, and I think that's with our markup on it. But it's used, so Ken was like, well, they must break a lot, that's why they're in the junkyards. And I was like, they would be expensive if they broke all the time and they were in the junkyard and you happen to find one. The thing is most of these will end up in the junkyard because the engine, or they get in accidents and the transmission's still good. And that's why they're so cheap, because there's so many of them. Oh yeah, we're talking about a junkyard transmission, which as long as the gearing works, then it's fine. I see Twitch is having an issue. Is everything still steady on YouTube? Yeah. All right, Twitch it is. YouTube's not having any problems. Twitch is acting up though. Because currently I'm dual streaming to both, and there it's stabilized. Well, yeah. So if you do exclamation point YouTube, you can go over to YouTube and see it in not stuttery. Or I guess I could just link it. A better quality and all that good stuff. Yeah, Twitch is having issues. I can't reload my clips page. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. It's not Restreamer because I don't use Restreamer. I literally stream from this rig to both places at the same time. Because YouTube's not having any issues, so it's not my internet. Maybe that or it's just my internet sucking right now. Either or is possible. It seems like the internet might be having some issues too. Everything's having issues. Wow, it's at 4,700 now. So, don't forget to sub to both places. Come on, stabilize for a second. What is my current up bit rate? Wi-Fi is screaming away. It's sending it. It's also getting some hiccups. But well, when it comes back, I'm going to go ahead and just turn off the stream because we got other stuff to do outside. Are we in a dead zone for the Wi-Fi?